is Kinley suiting up.
We'll be good to go.
Okay. Okay, it's probably the most fun match of the season. Gonna have 1,000 elementary school kids in here. We're starting to bring them in now. But yeah, this place will be packed with loud, rowdy kids. Everybody can come up here though if you got the afternoon off. Come on up. You can catch the stream, AlaskanAnnex.com. Let's go. All right, hey, I gotta go. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the University of Alaska Fairbanks here. We have got volleyball during the day, an 11 o'clock match, and the reason for that, it's elementary school field day, and today we're getting a bunch of our elementary school kids here, and they are filing in the building, expecting between 800 to 1,000 elementary students in the Patty Center today. So this place is going to be loud and rocking, and beyond all the kids that are going to be here, this is a huge matchup here in the GNAC with Central Washington coming in at 5-0, leading the GNAC, and the Nanooks at 4-2. We'll go over all that stuff and get ready for the match, but right now we're going to send it down to our public address announcer, meet our starting lineups, and get our national anthem.
Singing our anthem today is Joyce Farrell, a senior at UAS studying vocal performance. 7, Kinley Erickson. At number 11, Symphony Henderson. Number 12, Ashley Watts. Number 13, McKenna Smith. Number 14, Larissa Skelly-Bugla. Number 15, Christina Hay. Number 18, Haley Lyons. Number 20, Ava Cronenberg. Number 21, Emma McWilliam. And for the rest of your starters, number 4, Elizabeth Jackson. Number 6, Carly Nielsen. Number 8, Josie Jensen. Number 10, Riley White. Number 17, Ainsley Smith. And riding into the position, number 16, Tessa O'Malley. The Natives head coach is Brian Scott. It is 10th season. He's joined by assistant coaches Matt Will and Kay Atkins. The student manager is Jessica Perry, and your next athletic trainer is Zach Terzinski.
All right, there we go. We've got our starting lineups all set for this one as the kids continue to pour in. I believe there's still a couple more buses that will be making their way over here to the Patty Center. It is field day. Local elementary school kids getting to take a field trip up here and enjoy some Alaska Nano volleyball. And I know the last couple years I was down on the floor doing public address announcing, and it's always fun getting them riled up. You know, I'd always make sure to be like, hey, you kids are asked to be quiet all day at school, so you get to come up here to the Patty Center and you get to be as loud and wild as you want. So this is going to be definitely home crowd advantage, but for a lot of the kids, this is their first time coming to a volleyball match. And so they're kind of just cheering and yelling the whole time, which is also just as fun. So this should be a good one and a huge one at that here in the GNAC. Mentioned that Central Washington, the Wildcats, coming in at 5-0 in the GNAC, number 1, and the Nanooks right now sitting in 3rd place with a 4-2 GNAC record. You've got Simon Fraser at 4-1 and Western Washington at 4-1. And we are ready to get this one underway. Riley White will start things out serving for the Nanooks. Nanooks in the white and Central Washington in the black, and we are underway, and Riley White starts out with a service error. Riley White, though, leading the Nanooks in service aces with 28 on the season, and we'll take a look at a lot of stats with your Nanooks doing very well in the stat sheets. Wildcats with an early lead here, and they come up with the block on the kill attempt by Elizabeth Jackson. And 2-0 early start for Central Washington. Emma Dowd-Hebert will now serve. Elena Guck almost looked like a miss hit, but it works. Unable to dig it out are the Wildcats, so the Nanooks get on the scoreboard and trail by 1. And Tessa Onaga will serve for Alaska. I was marking off players as they were introducing them, but they introduced the entire Nanook squad today so that the kids would get a chance to meet them all and get a lot of souvenir balls thrown out at them. That one off of Smith's fingertips goes out. Ainsley Smith with 573 assists to lead the Nanooks. Next Nanook closest to her is Symphony Henderson with 70. Nanooks. Carly Nielsen with a clean kill. Brings Alaska within 1.
Rachel Pierce and Symphony Henderson in for Alaska. And Henderson will serve here in this opening set. 11 a.m. game here, so hopefully everybody that tunes into the regular broadcast, and wow, somehow Central was able to keep that thing alive. Off a couple Wildcats, and still they keep it alive. Kind of shows you the tenacity that they're going to be showing, and a nice touch by Rachel Pierce to deliver the tying point. And Henderson will serve with things tied at 3 apiece in the opening set. See some players from the men's basketball team helping out shagging balls today. Nice dig for White and a free ball and a block. And Henderson down on a knee. Carly Nielsen goes for the kill. Nice dig by the Wildcats. And off the heel to the back row. Nice set up and over the top. Nice point up off the ceiling, and it's good. 2 Wildcat players collide. And Nielsen looks to end it. This she does. And Alaska takes their first lead in the match. 4-3 Nanooks. Henderson will serve it again. Boy, a nice long rally, and both teams knowing the importance of this one, especially for Alaska here with these home matches. White with a kill attempt. Now opportunity for the Wildcats, and gets through the Nanook blockers of Pierce and Josie Jansen. We're tied at 4. Side out Central Washington. Mario Andaya in his 29th season. Quick message in, and then right back over to the bench. Head coach Brian Scott in his 10th season for Alaska. And Nielsen will add to her kill total. Carly Nielsen with 196 kills to lead the Nanooks. Riley White right behind her with 153. Nielsen close to the end. She does come up with the ace. Central Washington, though, getting a hand, a fist on everything, so they do not give up on any points at all. 2-point Alaska lead, their largest lead of the afternoon, and that one goes just long. And it'll go back to the Wildcats. And the Steyers. Wildcat libero to serve, down by 1. Boy, I think they're going to ask maybe for a review, because it looked like Ashton McMahon touched that one. She got out of the way quick, but it looked like it altered the ball just a little bit. So they're going to review that one, so both teams will head over to their benches, and we'll take a look at that. So they're going to, you can see head coach Brian Scott looking for a touch on that one. We'll keep it here while they do the review. Nanooks will be back in action here on Saturday afternoon, taking on Northwest Nazarene. It's the Dig Pink game. We're partnering up with the Breast Cancer Detection Center of Alaska this Saturday. So come on out and wear pink this Saturday and help us advance research to defeat cancer. And I know the first couple hundred fans in the door will get one of those pink Alaska Nanook rally towels. They passed out those rally towels Sunday afternoon at the Big Dipper for Alaska Nanook hockey. 1,000 of those went out, so this coming Saturday afternoon, it's Nanook Dig Pink game. Tied at 6, still looking at the review. And again, it did look like Ashton McMahon had touched it. She got out of the way quick, and so we're going to check things over with the official scores. Now we're just getting kids to get loud, which is great. And now they're really going to go crazy because here comes Nook into the court. And Alaska will get the point, so they're going to reverse the call. And the review does show that McMahon had touched it, so point Nanoks. Josie Jansen will serve now with Alaska back up by 2. See how much difference that could make. We would have been tied at 6, and now Nanoks, or it would have been 6-5. No, it would have been 6-6. Oh, and that one just off the fingertips of the Nanook blockers makes it a 1-point Alaska lead. Nanoks, after a real successful road trip, 2 wins out on the road, and both by straight set wins. White will start out the Nanook offense. Pierce has it blocked right back at Hurd. Emma Dowd-Abear with the block. Kaylee Shea Chang, the 5'6" freshman from Kirkland, Washington, will serve it up for Central. Point Central, Washington. See if Alaska knocked that into the antenna. But Wildcats regain a 1-point lead in this opening set. White with a tough time on that one. They got to get it across. Onaga sends it up high. Opportunity for Central Washington. Onaga digs that out. And White looks to finish, and she goes, and it's Point Nanoks, as they say, touched at the net. And Emma Dowd-Abear was signaling over to her head coach, Coach Andaya, saying, I did not touch it, so we used the challenge. So, boy, 2 quick challenges here. So they are going to challenge that one at the touch at the net, as Dowd-Abear says she did not touch it. See the players over there trying to get these elementary kids wound up. They've actually got a free photo booth out here for the kids as well to enjoy and get some souvenirs from the Alaska Nanook volleyball match. And you know, one of the big things for this is to get that love of volleyball into some of these kids, so they'll go home to their parents and they're going, hey, we need to keep going to Alaska Nanook volleyball, especially this season as the Nanooks are on a great start to their season. Once again, they're 12-4 overall and 4-2 in the GNAC. And again, getting 2 home matches here. You really want to take advantage of having this home crowd. I see the Fairbanks North Star Borough School District Superintendent Luke Miner down there and enjoying his time. We're going to try to get him up here between the first and second sets and just talk about some things going on with the school district and how important stuff like this is for these kids. And of course, you know, anytime you get out of school and have a field trip, it's always a good time. Again, probably for a lot of these kids, first time they've been to a volleyball match. Boy, long review going on. Now it looks like they're going to get the answer. So Central Washington is the ones reviewing. Official said there was a touch at the net. And let's see, here will come the call. And so it looks like that call is overturned. So that challenge successful. Makes it 9-7 Wildcats. So both teams successful on their challenges. And they've got 2 timeouts remaining apiece in this opening set. That one off a couple bodies. Near side, and wow, getting down on it was Carly Nielsen, and getting that one up with a spatula. Nielsen from the back row. Wildcats with the point, and now their largest lead at 3. 10-7 opening set. Central Washington. Kaylee Shea Chang to serve again. And point Wildcats. White off of her fingertips. Mannix with the block. Boy, and again, Central Washington just somehow able to keep that ball off the floor. And White with a kill attempt. Dug out nicely in the back. And the Nanook blockers will put an end to that one and get the side out, a much needed side out. Brings Alaska back within 3 is Elena Guck and Ainsley Smith. Come back in and Smith will serve, trailing by 3. Nielsen again having to dig another one out. Point, Central Washington. Boy, a quick side out right there, and back to the Wildcats as Ellie Marble will serve. Mannix again last week at Seattle Pacific and Montana State Billings. 3-0 wins down there, and Elena Guck gets it right back for the Nanooks and makes it a 3-point Wildcat lead, and Riley White will serve. A good time here for a Riley White ace as she leads Alaska in the aces category. Boy, nice low set right into the wheelhouse for Emma Dowd-Hebert. Both teams unable to hold serve right now. And Dowd-Hebert will serve. Guck gets everybody up. Free ball going to Alaska for a double touch called on Central Washington. And now Alaska down by 3. Onaga at the serve. Oh, and that one gets through the Nanook blockers. And again, both teams unable to well, it's a tough one right there. Henderson will serve for Alaska. And that one stays in. Four-point Central Washington lead as White digs that one out in the back row. Opportunity for the Wildcats, and that one in between 3 Nanook players, and now a 5-point Wildcat lead. And this will be Ashton McMahon back to serve for Central Washington. McMahon, a 5'8" redshirt freshman from Wenatchee, Washington. Nielsen sends it back and gets it back. So Alaska, again, both teams unable to get any kind of runs going on their serves. Be a great time right now for Carly Nielsen to put together a little run. Henderson, Onaga with the set, and Rachel Pierce touched off the blockers and out. So point Alaska. Three-point Wildcat lead. Carly Nielsen. For that little short set. And White up high off the blockers. Another short set, and it works again for the Wildcats. Lead stays at 4. And Hannah Stiers will serve. Tough one right there. Alaska's just going to have to get it over on 3, and they do. Opportunity in a high back set. Boy, again, Central Washington finding some space on their kills, and now a 5-point Wildcat lead. Second serve coming up for Stiers. We got a timeout here, so we'll take a timeout as well. Wildcats lead this one 18-13. We'll step aside. We got more Nanook volleyball coming up.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
To them, the whole world looks like an opportunity, one to be seized, built upon, and made better for their sport and the people around it. To student athletes, every opportunity is a chance to change what could be and show the world what opportunity can do.
All right, we're back here. Kids, a lot of songs can help you learn to spell. So Chapel Roan with Hot to Go. It's kind of like Gwen Stefani's Bananas song. Out of the Nanook timeout, Alaska trailing by 5. Wow, nice hustle by Stiers, but just unable to get back there. Elizabeth Jackson back in. Josie Jansen will serve for Alaska. Now Alaska, though, definitely needing to go on a run as start getting into this point of the contest where you don't want to get down anymore. Oh, and Nielsen gets a piece of that one and sends it into the, maybe the U Park student section. And the Wildcats get it back and now find themselves up by 5. Jackson. We're kind of going back and forth with the signals, so point Wildcats, and now the Wildcats first to 20. Alaska down 6, opening set. Boy, what a swing by Nielsen. Cross-court hit goes out wide by Ellie Marble. 5-point Wildcat lead. 2015, and Ainsley Smith to serve for the Nanooks. And the Wildcats get it right back and find themselves 4 points away from taking this first set. Marble will serve. Smith back to White. Dug out by Stiers. Attempt coming up. Nielsen calmly starts it out. White again. Far side set and a Nanook block. Successful with Elizabeth Jackson. Point Wildcats. Now up 6 and 3 points away from the opening set. Down, Hebert will serve. And that one is good. Elizabeth Jackson with a nice kill for Alaska. Jackson leading in the block category with 67 on the season for the Nanooks. Josie Jansen with 55. Boy, and again, Mariana Payne gets the side out and a point to the Wildcats. Now 2 points away from this opening set. And service error. Couldn't have come at a better time for Alaska. Five-point deficit. Pierce and Henderson return, and Symphony to serve for Alaska. Henderson, little off-speed serve. Nice job by Alaska keeping that one alive, and Carly Nielsen gets the point and keeps the serve on Alaska's side. Now down by 4. Head coach Brian Scott sending in the calls. Megan Woods in her 6th season as his assistant, and Kate Atkins in her 1st year as an assistant. She's been going on the road trips. Megan now a new mama, staying home with a baby, and that one gets through the blockers, and Henderson unable to keep that one off the floor, and that'll set up a set point for Central Washington. Nanooks will have to fight off 5 of these. Oh, and somehow they get it. Jansen handles the tough set there off of her fingertips. And they fight off set point number 1. Carly Nielsen will serve down 4, set point number 2. Onaga, there's an opportunity. Pierce up high off the blockers, and wow, Henderson fights that one off. White goes cross court. Henderson, Onaga, Pierce. That one. Nanooks stay alive. Fight off set point number 2. Now trail by 3. Carly Nielsen. See if she can keep it going. And that one out long. Nanooks now survived 3 set points. 2 points away from tying it up, but still facing set point. Got Carly Nielsen. No nerves. And she delivers. White. Pierce. Ooh, tough one, but Pierce handles it. Nielsen from the back row. Tough set. And they get it. 25, 21, or 22. Central takes that one. Alaska doing a great job of fighting off a couple set points. So now Central Washington leads 1-0. We'll take a quick timeout here and come back to set number 2 and more Nanook volleyball. All right, we're back here at the Patty Center. It's field day, and with us now is Luke Bidert, the school superintendent here for the Fairbanks North Star Borough School District. So far, how you loving this?
Oh, we're loving it. It's one of the favorite days of the school year for our kids. Just such a great relationship with the University of Alaska Fairbanks, and then 529 for providing the support for us to get over here. Kids are just loving being up on the hill and watching some volleyball.
I mean, any day that you get a field trip at school, you know, I mean, how many field trips do elementary kids get nowadays? I remember back when I was there, it was like we were taking once a month at least.
Yeah, about that. You know, it depends on per school, but this is definitely the highlight of a lot of the kids this year. I've got a kid at University Park. He's a 4th grader this year and is at the game. He was at the game last year, and he couldn't stop talking about it, so they're really excited to be here.
Yeah, for a lot of these kids, their first time actually seeing volleyball, so they don't really understand some of the mechanics with it, but they're just here to make some noise.
They really are. We bring the thunder when we come up on the hill, and the kids have a great time, and they're just excited to be here and provide a lot of noise and excitement.
All right, so we're into the school district, into the season now. Anything you want to say to people out there? Because, you know, everybody talks about, and I talk about it a lot, school funding and school funds being cut. You know, I cover so much sports and everything and how much they have to raise themselves. And I always say support every bake sale, every ticket sale, everything.
Absolutely. Extracurricular activities are a huge part of what we do. It's a valuable opportunity for our students and a real connection to school. And, you know, without the activities, a lot of our students wouldn't have that incentive to come day to day. So anything you can do to come support our students when they're out on the field or on the court, please do so. And like you said, support those bake sales. It really goes a long ways.
Yeah, and it's kind of nice, you know, here for Alaska, you got 3 girls that went to North Pole High School, you know, playing for their hometown. And, you know, a lot of people don't get that opportunity. And a lot of students are going, I want to go someplace. I want to go to, you know, someplace warm and play. But it's a pretty big honor when you get to play in front of your home crowd.
It absolutely is. And just exposing these kids to what's in their backyard up on the hill is amazing. A lot of them have no idea that all these opportunities are available here locally. And so I'm always a big advocate. If you want to stay here locally, there's great opportunities for you to do so.
Yeah, and, you know, as you look at the beginning of the school year, I know that the Nanooks are always at the front door at the elementary schools greeting the kids, all the different teams, basketball, volleyball, hockey. So how great is that for the kids?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's so fun the beginning of the year and a great partnership with the university. Just thank them for everything that they do on the day in, the day out basis for us, and great relationship that we have.
Yeah, and 529 couldn't be more important. You know, as you start thinking, because like you got an elementary kid student, you need to start thinking about college now.
Absolutely, yeah. So I know I've got it set up for my kids that are college bound in 8 or 9 years, and great opportunity for you to save for your students' college fund, and then they do a lot of great things in partnership with the school district and provide a lot of opportunities for us.
All right, so we're underway, set number 2. I'll get you back down there with those students and make sure that they stay getting loud.
We'll try to keep them in line, and bring the thunder. So thank you very much.
All right, thanks for coming.
All right, appreciate it.
All right, back underway here with the Nanoks now trailing 1 set to love here, and a quick 2-0 deficit to start out the second set. So we'll see if they can get things turned around quickly. It's the superintendent of schools here for the Fairbanks North Star Borough School District. In this past year, having to close some schools, Eielson Air Force Base with the high school and the middle school closing out there, and Alaska will score on that point. So, not an easy time for education nationwide with budget cuts and, just doing what they can. And, of course, operational costs in Alaska with just heating fuel and the price of electricity just to keep a school open. White digs it out nicely, and Nielsen just off the heel. Kind of skips along the tape, poked across. Guck gets under that and then out of the way. And White sends that one out just wide. And the Wildcats with a 1 set to love lead now lead 3-1 in our second set. Guck pushes it back. Well done. Sees a spot and with authority off the fingertips brings Alaska back within 1. Tessa Onaga, first year in Alaska. And that one off the Nanook blockers, and it'll be set or a point and a side out for the Wildcats. Ellie Marble, 6-foot freshman from LaConner, Washington. Far side set, going for the kill. Nanook blockers get a piece of it, and Guck looks to finish it, and watch out in the stands, kids. And that one up off the ceiling. I might add the new ceiling here with all the renovations at the Patty Center and the Alaska Airlines Gymnasium, the new floor, ceiling, paint, sound system, scoring table. Just great with all the banners we've got hanging here and even in the hallways at the Patty Center with all the banners with their association with the Army bases and the Warrior of the Month program. Again, Central Washington goes after everything and never gives up on a ball. And wow, nice dig out there in the back, and they're going to send that one long. Hannah Stiers has to get down in the hurdle stretch and dig that one out, and that goes up into the crowd, and the kids will just throw it back onto the floor. Again, we got a photo booth set up here for the students, and Nook out there, the mascot in the lobby. Good job by Alaska. Boy, and they come up with a kill as Mario Andaya, the head coach for Central Washington, thought there was 4 touches on Alaska as he got up yelling 4, but he'll take the kill and the point. And Ashton McMahon will serve for the top team in the GNAC, undefeated at 5-0. Jansen dumps it in. Up over the blockers, and Jansen unable to turn around in time. Boy, I hope they've got a lot of food at the concession stand because you see the kids coming in. Probably not very often they get to have popcorn and soda for lunch at the elementary schools. Nice little touch by Nielsen. And a clean kill for Scotty Ellsworth. 6'2", redshirt junior from Kent, Washington for the Wildcats. And Central Washington up by 3 in this second set. Alaska fighting off 3 set points, but dropped that opening set 25-22. Nielsen. Boy, swings away, but the blockers again for Central Washington deny. McMahon again. So we've got Northwest Nazarene down at UAA tonight. Seawolves 3-3 in the GNAC, and then they'll have Central Washington coming up Saturday. Henderson will send it over to Pierce, up off the block. Back set, Nonaga gets a piece of that one, but it goes out off of her. And Wildcats quickly up to a 5-point lead, and head coach Brian Scott will take a timeout. We'll take one as well, 9-4, Wildcats on top. More Nanook volleyball coming up. All right, we're back here out of the Nanook timeout. An early timeout taken here by head coach Brian Scott, but probably a necessary one. Trailing by 5 in this second set. That one off the ceiling, but they read it well. Wow, wide open in the middle, and an easy point off that ceiling. McMahon will continue to serve. And Pierce comes up with it. Carly Nielsen will serve. Nielsen with 5 kills in the match so far. Mariana Payne with 8 to lead the Wildcats. Henderson. White looks to finish, and she does. And boy, 2 Central Washington players almost collide in the back row. Nielsen with 1 ace in the contest, and Kaylee Shea Chang with 1 for Central Washington. Naga gets down for that one, but point Wildcats and puts an end to that little Nanook run. And the lead back to 5 as Hannah Stiers will serve. Stiers 5'5" in her 5th year out of 9 Mile Falls, Washington. And Alaska dumps that one in. Gets it right back. Boy, almost all the players from Washington. You've got 1, 2 from California, and Oregon and Montana. So Central Washington not having to go too far on their recruiting. Oh, nice job by Henderson getting the spatula down. And she says she had it. Let's see. Well, maybe she agreed with it touched, not to use the challenge, especially after the Nanoks have used a timeout already. Christina Head, her first time into the game, so head coach Brian Scott gonna try something different out here maybe right now. Trailing by 5. And the serve coming from Kaylee Shea Chang. Little miss there, and Riley White basically just a survival hit and sends it deep and scores. And Ainsley Smith will dance her way back onto the floor, and Elena Guck returns for the Nanoks. Smith back to serve. Ainsley Smith leads the GNAC with her 573 assists. Just over 9 assists per set. And Alaska draws within 3. Just have not been able to sustain a long run, and almost coming up with the ace. See if Alaska can deliver here. Guck. Smith, Onaga, Guck again, southpaw. Sends it up off the blocker into the ceiling. Like the kids will get it in the crowd. Yeah, just send it back out on the floor. Smith again. Oh, boy, hanging time right there for the out Hebert. Set a little high, but she's able to do something with it and score and get the side out. As Marble will serve a service error into the net, and Alaska will get it right back. And Riley White will serve. Good to see Kinley Erickson suited back up, as she has spent quite a bit of time out of the lineup with concussion protocol. Wow, quite the back set there, and just dropping it through the Nanook blockers. 3-point Wildcat lead with Alaska trailing 1-0. Again, our Dig Pink match on Saturday afternoon at 2 o'clock. See, that's just like, you can go for it, take a swing at it, they get it across. And again, Deanna Hebert coming up big for the Wildcats. Christina Head pushes it long and out. Deanna Hebert. 2 big hits in that rally. Makes it a 4-point Wildcat lead. Christina Head off the heel. Blocked back in by Alaska. Opportunity far side. Again, that touch works. Maddie Payne with the touch and the point. 5-point Wildcat lead as Alaska continued to fight back, and now the Wildcats on a little run. Boy, I think head coach Scott may be getting ready to take his second time out. Down by 6. Kind of surveying the floor, and he does take the timeout. Wildcats lead the second set, 17-11, lead 1-0. We'll step aside. We got more Nanook volleyball coming up.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? it's will you.
All right, we are back here. 17-11 in the second set. Central Washington leading 1-0 against Central on top on the GNAC 5-0. Simon Fraser right behind them at 4-1. Western Washington 4-1 and Alaska 4-2. So a big match here for Alaska. Looking to hand Central Washington their first conference defeat. Right now, though, down 6 in the second set and trailing 1-0. Carly Nielsen right now currently third in the GNAC in kills per set with 3.32. Smith, I mentioned, leads the conference in total assists and assists per set. So we're back underway out of the Nanook timeout. Alaska out of timeouts, and Central Washington scores right out of that timeout, and lead grows to 7. Wildcats with both of their timeouts. They have yet to use a timeout. Both teams have had a challenge that was successful for both squads. Nielsen. Guck pushes it back and scores for Alaska. That's twice with Guck up there, able to just send it deep off her fingertips. And Tessa Onaga, the 5'3" sophomore from Honolulu, Hawaii. Not sure how much snow she has seen, but she's gotten to see a little bit of it here as we've gotten a little bit of snow the last couple days in Fairbanks, but should melt away here this weekend with sunshine expected tomorrow and Saturday. Alaska comes up with a big point. Onaga to serve again. Goodness, kids, just steady stream, and Onaga will send that one out. And it goes back to the Wildcats. 6-point lead, and quickly up to 19 is Central Washington. And that one goes out. Jansen, boy, had to do some fancy moves, get some matrix moves to get out of the way of that one, as it goes out wide. So service errors back and forth for both teams, and Alaska with Elena Guck to serve. And she serves back a service error. 2 in a row for Alaska. We'll see if we can get a second one right now for the Wildcats. Ashton McMahon will serve it up for Central Washington as the Wildcats are the first to 20. Line drive, Smith, Jansen. That one goes wide. And right back to Alaska. Carly Nielsen will serve again. Carly Nielsen with a nice little service run at the end of that first set. Fought off 3 set points. And the Nanooks come up with a block as everybody's at the front row for Central Washington. 4-point Wildcat lead. They are throwing out the Bucko block gift cards here from Bucko's Coffee Shop. Henderson punches it over. And Scotty Ellsworth with the kill. Hannah Stiers back to serve for Central Washington. Jump serve as Nielsen waits for that one. Nice job by Alaska to keep that alive. Can they get this one? And Smith unable to handle that one off the hit by Henderson into the net. And now the Wildcats up 7 and 3 away from taking a 2-set-to-love lead. Nilsson unable to handle that serve and knocks it into the scorer's table. Again, Alaska out of timeouts. Stiers sends it long. Alaska will gladly take that. And the side out. Josie Jansen back to serve for Alaska, trailing by 5. Nanook blockers come up on that. And able to get that point as well. Jansen getting ready to serve her second serve. Brings Alaska within 5. Boy, you got to play so clean here because Central gets it. They'll be at set point. Central. Again, they just find a way to get everything back and keep it off the floor. Nielsen up over the top and good for Alaska's Riley White. See if they can build off of that. Now trailing by 4. Wow, too strong. Scotty Ellsworth again, and she puts the Wildcats at set point. She'll pick up her 8th kill of the match. Mariana Payne leading Central Washington with 10. Carly Nilsson and Elena Guck with 6. Set point, Central Washington. And Alaska gets it back. Riley White with the kill. Elena Guck back in. Ainsley Smith will serve for Alaska. Nanooks need to fight off 4 set points. Oh, and a miss set there, but somehow they get it over. See if White can finish it. And she does. Nanooks fight off 2 set points. See if Smith can keep Alaska going here. Set point number 3. There's that short set again. And and they end up coming and getting it here, and they take the second set. 25-21 Alaska. Boy, they get down that set point. They fight a couple off, but now find themselves in a big hole, trailing 2-0. They'll put 5 minutes up there on the clock. We'll take a timeout as well. Central Washington leads 2-0 here at UAF. We'll take a quick break.
pledge.
I pledged.
I pledge.
I pledge.
I am an NCAA student athlete.
And I pledge to be a champion of unity
on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination.
I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity.
I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt.
I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy.
I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all.
I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United as one.
He's gonna run out of room.
All right, there we go with the Buccos serve off here between the second and third set. Alaska now trailing 2-0 here on elementary school field day with elementary school kids. You get to enjoy a little time out of school for the day and get to visit the concession stand for their lunch today. So it's always a great afternoon when they do this. Last GNAC hockey last weekend opening things up at the Big Dipper, taking on Penn State, and Saturday-Sunday game, Saturday night, taking it to overtime. They find themselves down 3-1, able to fight back and tie it up, and then lose in overtime on the 3-on-3 overtime to Penn State. And then on Sunday, boy, it was all Penn State, and they took that one 5-0, so the Nanoks now will hit the road. Michigan this weekend and Notre Dame next weekend. They will not play back in Fairbanks until December 6th and 7th, and then we'll get to see the new ice and the new bleachers at the Carlson Center, as the Carlson Center, your home for your Alaska Nanoks, under renovation, getting in a new sheet of ice and going away from the Olympic size and going to install the NHL size. So that means they had to replace the bleachers to make it fit for the smaller size ice. So it's going to be a nice chance to come check out the new Carlson Center, December 6th and 7th. So then your Nanoks out on the road. All right, Nanoks will start set number 3, serving with Ainsley Smith, and they will score first as that kill attempt goes out long. Nanoks have just not been able to go on any kind of a run and have found themselves trailing early and unable to dig out of those holes, and Central Washington ties it up at 1. Emma Dowd Hebert again on the serve, and Christina Head sends that one just wide, and Wildcats up by 1. Must-win set for Alaska if they want to keep this afternoon going. Again, they play Northwest Nazarene Saturday afternoon at 2, and Dale Abear will serve that one out. And Alaska will tie it at 2. Carly Nielsen back to serve for Alaska. Guck. Too hard to handle for Caitlin Shea Chang. Guck with a point in the kill. Nielsen with her second serve on the way. What line drive, I think just gets over the net. Onaga will set up Guck and she goes out wide. 3-all, set number 3. Kids up on their feet, trying to keep Alaska going here. Tied at 3 in set number 3. Onaga has to find her some space to get around. And Guckle drop it in. Smith. Nice kill for Elena Guck. Elena Guck with that left-handed hit, and Christina Head to serve for Alaska. Guck now leading the Nanoks with 8 kills. And unable to come up with the block. And we are tied at 4. Elena Guck now with 8 kills. Mariana Payne with 11 to lead the Wildcats. Nielsen with the lone ace for the Nanoks. Jansen handles that set nicely. Hooks Alaska up 1. Henderson back out on the floor to serve. Ainsley Smith, 14 assists for Alaska. Lacey Cox with 17 for Central Washington. And the block of Alaska puts that one out. Tied at 5. Boy, Alaska again still unable to get any kind of a separation. Jansen changes things up, and that one just tight ropes the net, and White swings away. And Smith with the no-look dump in. Smith will feed Nielsen. Boy, she has some room to run and take off on that one. Authority behind that kill. Puts Alaska back up 1. Riley White. See if she can give Alaska a little breathing room possibly. Nice job by Ainsley. Down on the floor. Nielsen. Great job by Henderson. Just cannot use the ceiling to get it across. As she lays out for that one, it goes up off the ceiling and across. It's good if it stays on your side. Tied back up at 6. Stiers with 12 digs to lead Central. Carly Nielsen and Henderson with 8. And point Wildcats. Wildcats with a 1-point lead. Nielsen has to change things up in the air. White, she has to change up, and boy, quickly off that one, they just send it right back to Alaska. Nobody ready for it. Wildcats lead by 2. Jansen gets it through the blockers, but an opportunity as Henderson has to lay out. Nielsen dug out by Stiers. Onaga gets the spatula under it, and they say no. Wildcats, see, they've been able to do this. Take a tight one, and now a quick 3-point lead. Alaska can ill afford to let that grow anymore, and a service error will help right there. Onaga back to serve for Alaska. Now trailing by 2, but down 2 sets to love. And she serves up at Denali State Bank. Ace in your face at the perfect time. See if Alaska can build off of that. 1-point deficit for the Nanooks. Onaga. Wow, Stiers goes through the seats into the stands. And they come up with the block and the point. Kind of how you've seen Central, man. They do not let anything get away from them. If there is a chance at a ball, they are going for it. As you see Stiers running through a chair up into the bleachers. 2-point Wildcat lead. Marble on the serve. And Carly Nielsen with a much needed kill for Alaska. Elena Guck getting ready to come back in. Checking some rotation. Making sure they've got the right one. And now she could come in. Elementary school kids getting in it with the Let's Go Nanooks cheer, trying to get this team fired up, and the block for the Wildcats. Gives it right back to Central Washington. Smith to Guck, kind of a no-look touch over. And the Nanook blockers come up big with Head and Elena Guck. Guck picks up her second block. Her and Jackson with 2 apiece. Oh, and that one off ahead. Wildcats lead to 2. Ellie Marble, 6-foot sophomore out of LaConner, Washington, will serve. Marble with 9 kills in the match. Sets that one up. Riley White goes just wide. Point Wildcats. And again, they're able to just to get that little bit of separation. Up by 3 in this must-win third set for Alaska. Far side White. Smith will send it across. And Head with a little battle at the net. And I think Ainsley Smith may have got into the net on the set. Head coach Brian Scott questioning it. Not going to pursue that conversation too far. And now Central Washington leads by 4. See if Alaska can find an answer. Yeah, nice job by Guck. But they're going to say she got into the net, I believe. So Elena Guck and a timeout. Alaska down by 5. Nanoks take their first timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. 15-10 Wildcats. More Nanook volleyball coming up.
To them, the whole world looks like an opportunity, one to be seized, built upon, and made better for their sport and the people around it. To student athletes, every opportunity is a chance to change what could be and show the world what opportunity can do.
All right, we are back here. 15-10, Wildcats lead here. Set number 3, leading 2 sets to love. Alaska has just not been able to build up any kind of a lead. They've been finding themselves playing from behind and then having to fight off several set points in our 2 opening sets. Nanoks with 1 timeout left. Still 2 for Central Washington. See if Alaska can get this side out here as they need it quickly. Marble. Riley White changes it up. And Payne again. Adds to her kill total, now at 12 to lead both squads. Guck and Nielsen with 8 apiece for Alaska. And now a 6-point Wildcat lead. And that'll help out with Christina Head coming up with a kill. Rachel Pierce gonna come back in for Alaska, and Jansen back onto the floor as well. Christina Head will serve for Alaska. Nice job by Nielsen just to come up with that dig. Off the blockers and out. Point Wildcats. 6-point lead for Central Washington. Again, Alaska now gonna have to try to dig out of this hole. And a nice touch in the air by Jansen, but again, Central Washington somehow finds a way just to keep those points going. And this one up off the ceiling. Pierce unable to finish. Now the Wildcats up by 7. Boy, the Nanoks, you thought would come in here with a lot of confidence after their last road trip, winning 2 on the road by straight set wins. In danger now. Pierce down on her knees to keep it going. Guck tries to finish now, an opportunity. Jansen will set it back down. Smith, Pierce again. Dug out by Marble. Excuse me, that was Lacey Cox on that dig as the Nooks come up with a big point. Symphony Henderson will serve, trailing by 6 in this 3rd set. Nanoks dropped the first 2 sets 25-22 and then 25-21. Henderson will take a little help from the net. Second serve coming up for Symphony. And Marble again with another kill. She's into double figures with 10. And that lead back to 6. It's Hannah Stiers. Serves. Pierce gets the point and the serve back for Alaska, and she will serve. Pierce with her 5th kill. Elizabeth Jackson returns for Alaska. As head coach Brian Scott signals in the play behind the clipboards, talking to the official on substitution and rotation. 5-point Nanook deficit. Carly Nielsen. Wow, that one kind of hung up there. Emma Dowd Hebert didn't know where it was. Completely straight up above her. Alaska within 4. Second serve for Pierce. Man gets down on it and they score. Stopped a little run by Alaska. Wildcats again, first to 20, up by 5. Elementary school kids enjoying it, trying to breathe some life here into Alaska's. Nielsen goes for that one and miss set, unable to handle that one is Dowd Hebert. Alaska gets it right back and within 4. Let's see if they can chip away a little bit more. Every serve so important right now. Tessa Onaga, left-handed serve. Point Alaska. They looked like they were saying off the antenna, and the officials agree. So now Alaska within 3. Central Washington has not used a timeout the entire match. Both teams early in the first set using challenges, and they were successful. Up over the top and nobody there. Central Washington gets it back. 4-point lead and possibly 4 points away from the match. Ellie Marble will serve. Nanooks have 1 timeout remaining. Nice job by Smith. Oh, but then the Nanooks knock it out. Wildcats, now their lead again, back to 5. Oh, and that one as White goes down. Is it going to stay alive? And it does. Great job by Nielsen, and then Henderson falling backwards knocks that one out into the crowd. Wildcats 2 points away from taking this one. And the Nanooks will take their final timeout. We'll take a break as well. 23-17, Wildcats on top. More Nanook volleyball coming up. All right, welcome back. Taylor Swift, reminiscent of Taylor Swift night last Saturday at the Big Dipper for the home opener for Alaska Nanook hockey. And 1,000 Nanook friendship bracelets were given out. 23-17 Wildcats. Nanooks out of timeouts, and Nanooks definitely need that side out right here. Marble, see if she can get her team to match point. Smith back to Marble. And they get it. Match point Wildcats. Nanooks in a giant hole. Down 7 and going to have to fight off 7 match points. First one coming up on the serve of Marble. And Alaska stays alive. Carly Nielsen keeps the Nooks' hopes alive. As the elementary school kids getting some souvenirs from some of the Alaska Nanook staff. Ainsley Smith. See if she can put together her 6 in a row. Again, there you can just see that Wildcats just stay alive on everything, and that one goes out wide off the kill. Nanooks fight off 2 set points. Ainsley Smith, second serve coming up for her. Can she keep it alive? And she does! Oh, and the Central Washington Wildcats will take this one 25-19 and a clean sweep on Alaska. We'll take a quick timeout here and wrap things up. Central Washington taking this one 3-0. More Nanook volleyball coming up. All right, welcome back to the Patty Center here as the Nanooks drop this one straight sets to the leading conference leading Central Washington Wildcats. That'll move them to 6-0, and the Nanooks now 4-3. Nanooks will be back in action here Saturday afternoon. The Dig Pink game, the Breast Cancer Detection Center of Alaska will be here. So 2 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. Love to see you all back here at the Patty Center. Wear pink, and the first couple hundred fans in the door will get an Alaska Nanook pink rally towel. So once again, Nanooks drop this one at home. We'll be back here on the air Saturday afternoon at about 1:45. I'm Ken Viemeyer for everybody up here at UAF